I Fish with BCF is proudly brought to you by BCF, Boating, Camping, Fishing, Suzuki, the ultimate outboard, and Steel Line, building Australia in steel. What a fish!
That is huge.
Incredible scenery. What a jump! We did it! Oh, this is huge.
Oh, what a beautiful fish!
It's a nice fish. That is magic. I just love this. Well, it might be a rough old day on the sea, but I am extremely excited because this is Ryan, Reef Encounter Charters, Marion Bay. Mate, I thought that trip was never going to end. Where have you taken me?
Oh, look, Paul, when I heard you were coming down, I had something very special in store for that day. So that's where we are today. We're out deep on a big lump and we're hunting some really big fish, mate.
So, literally, the open ocean is around us. You're telling me under us, there's a lump. What does the bottom do? Does it go from what depth to where?
Look, it's coming up from about 80 metres roughly, and the lump in some spots comes up to about 40 metres, so you're talking a pretty big structure.
Wow, so you're going to fish bait. I'm going to give the jigs a go. Let's just see what we catch, eh?
No worries.
I cannot tell you how pumped I am. This is going to be awesome. Well done, mate.
I think we might just have a nice nanny guy here, Paul.
Oh, just a nice nanny guy if you don't mind, Uncle Arthur.
That's all right, we'll take that.
We will.
Stay here with me.
Oh, look, I was practicing the gymnastics, mate.
Yeah, a bit of weight here, mate. I'm guessing we might have a nice nanny guy, a Bight redfish, otherwise known as. And I tell you what, I just love eating these things.
Oh,
so
yeah. Here we go.
Got my fingers crossed.
We have colour.
And here we are.
Definitely a nanny.
It is a beautiful nanny guy.
Well done, mate. Aren't they pretty fish, eh? Just so pretty, those reds and whites.
They are.
There you go, mate.
We're just going to grab him like that.
Now, for people who come on charter, what can you tell them about these fish in relation to not hurting themselves?
They've got some pretty serious gill rakers back here, Paul.
Yep.
Massive anal fin spines on top here as well, as you can see. So you don't want to be gripping them anywhere back there. So thumb in mouth, nice and clear of all those nasty bits.
And you're done. Basically think of this as a razor fish. It's got razors all over it. Tastes good, but doesn't feel that good. So I actually hooked up then. Whilst I was talking to Ryan about his nanny guy, I was not actually moving the jig at all. Oh, just fell off. He just fell off. Now what I reckon's happened there, I reckon that fish has actually blown up a bit as he come to the top. And I'll just show you how close he was. He was that close, and he's literally just fallen off as he's come up, got a bit of gas in him. I might not have kept the line as tight as I could have, and that's fish one, pull none, but we're still having a ball. So I'm literally just letting this jig hit the bottom, slow lift, and back down. You reckon that works best, mate? Oh, yep.
Yeah, I do.
Yep,
well, it obviously worked that time.
Now, that's a solid fish, eh? Did you see how easy that was?
Yeah, no, it was a good hook up.
And you were fishing a bit of squid right next to me, not getting a bite. That's incredible, eh? You just got to keep persisting, keep giving it a go, because it does work, and sometimes it produces better quality fish.
Absolutely.
And bigger bags of fish. That fish is going right under the boat, just really important. Just keep constant pressure. Constant pressure. Here's my fish here now. And that is a nanny on a jig, if you don't mind.
Beautiful.
Look at that. And the proof, they say, is in the pudding. I'm just going to try and grab this without killing myself. There we go. Beautiful nanny. And there's that 180 gram jig, Gamakatsu assist hook, right in the corner of the face there. I gotta say, this is good fun. Deep water fishing with artificials and getting smacked every time you drop. Doesn't get a lot better. I'm sure it gets better. I just don't know how. Well, even though these are one of my favourite cold water eating fish of all time, bit of good karma to put this one back. See you, mate. Off he goes. Look at that, straight down. It's so good. They actually release really well, so look after them. There's got to be big ones down there. Interesting fact, Bight redfish have a distribution range which extends around the southern half of the country, but they do have strongholds in both South Australia and the south of Western Australia. Even though we're bottom fishing and some people think, oh, not a lot of skill in that, you've still always got to be thinking. We've got a lot of current and tide running that way. If I drop my jig straight down, it's going to be 50 metres from the boat before I actually get a chance to jig. So I throw it that way, upstream. And by the time it gets under the boat, it'll be totally vertical, and it's called vertical jigging for a reason. You want that good contact, vertically jig. I might get 20 or 30 seconds, maybe a minute, and then bring it back up and go again. Oh, there he is. So that's better. I went to the lighter rod and reel, the lighter jig, based on the theory that hopefully the fish will be able to get the jig in their mouth a little easier, because they say these nannies, they call them paper mouths at times. 5 out of 10 drop off when using jigs. And I gotta say, I'm loving the fact that I'm catching these things on Gamoku jigs, and my boy Jet's gonna be absolutely pumped because he loves jigging. And he is just gonna ask a million questions when I get back tonight. What size, what fish, what pitch, what colour? And I'll say, Jet, watch the show, you'll find out. Here comes my fish. Oh yeah, nice. That's a nanny, I reckon, on the jig. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's a nanny on the jig.
Now that's a good sized nanny.
And that is what I call persistence. How good is that? A beautiful nanny guy on a jig. Look at that jig there. Absolutely amazing. It's so good to go back to the drawing board. Seriously, got a new rod, lighter line, smaller jig, thinking it'd fit in its gob. Guess what? It did, and I'm a happy camper. So the jig I'm using on these nannies today, a beautiful Gamoku Koika, 100 gram, and those 2 hooks there, they are Gamakatsu Assist 510s, and they're doing the job just beautifully.
Yep, big. He hasn't really worked it out yet.
But I heard a lot of commotion. I was just getting rid of my leather jacket.
Yeah, dropped it down and it didn't even last 10 seconds.
Now this looks a bit different. There's a lot of weight.
There is
Big
a lot of weight. He did a lot more at the beginning there, but yeah, he's slowly coming up now. I'm thinking it might just be a very nice sized nanny guy.
I reckon it might be, because judging by the way that rod is bending and those thumps, I reckon we've got an absolute stonker here.
And he's a very nice
big fish. It's a real big fish, mate. Well done.
About as good as nannies are going to get.
That's about as good as they get. That's it, mate. Stop whining. Mate.
Oh, that is an absolute ripper, Paul.
That is a big nanny. I cannot believe today, mate. It is literally, we have not even had time to have a bite or a cup of coffee, have we?
No, not at all. And as far as nannies goes, that's right up there, mate. And, you know, probably about 60 years old.
Unbelievable. So probably as big as these guys get, just incredible. Look at that massive eye. They get these things out to 200 metres of depth, and probably as shallow sometimes, about 30 metres.
Yeah, we do catch them in shallow water as well. Yep.
As I say before, very tasty, very pretty, and very spiky. This one's going back. You know what? It's big, it's old, and we've caught a few. It's a beautiful fish. If you ever find yourself in a position where you may need to cross private land to access beautiful waters like these behind me, always ask permission first. Seriously, it's good manners. It's the right thing to do. You never know. You might be able to come back again and again and again and catch some beautiful fish. This Fishing and Bone Chip was proudly brought to you by steelline.com.au.
today we're using fresh, whole southern calamari. These were caught in the last couple of days and they're perfect size to present as a bait. We can set them up on a twin hook rig perfectly, and any big fish that are down there, they're going to pick that up in one whole swipe.
Samson, yep. Hooked a big fish here. Big fish.
Boy, did that hit, Paul. Woo! Far out.
That is a solid fish now. I assume a Samson fish potentially?
I'm thinking it might be a Samson. I had a whole squid on there. And whatever it is, it has come along and just absolutely walloped the bait here. Ooh. I've got him off the bottom now, Paul. So I don't want to rush it.
Do you like the little outfit?
I do, actually.
It is so nice. Game type J, B605, B for bait cast, 6 foot long, 5 50-pound braid, Talica 8. I think you're going to buy one of these soon, aren't you, mate?
I think I'm going to, yeah. Absolutely.
Ryan asked, do you mind if I use your gear? Of course you can. They are just so super smooth. And the fish I've caught with this combo, mate, it's ridiculous. Now,
and it's dealing with the battle quite well,
it'll
actually.
deal with it very, very well. Super smooth. So you do this 9 months a year. The other 3 months you go fishing with your wife. What sort of fish can people expect to catch when they come out to charter, mate?
Well, look, all of our charters are offshore based. Yep. So we're generally fishing quite deep water, and you can expect species like Bight redfish, blue morlong, South Australian red snapper, of course, which are off the table at the moment. But look, we've got a plethora of species out here. Very lucky down this bottom end.
And obviously some big King George whiting too?
Yes, yes, and big Samson fish.
So speaking of big, what's the biggest Samson fish you've caught, say, in the last 3 months?
Oh, look, the biggest Samson fish we've had on board was about 38 kilos.
Ooh, length?
Oh, around the 1 metre 40 mark, so a very good fish, very respectable size. And I tell you what, when they get to that size, they put the pressure on.
Well, I reckon this is a Samson fish, and I reckon it's about 21 kilos hooked in the left-hand corner of the jaw. What do you reckon?
Oh, I'm going 25. Ooh! 25, 28 kilos maybe.
I like a betting man. I want to see that. Well done, mate. Not far down, mate.
Nah.
So, big fish, the current's running this way. What's the procedure about trying to get this in the net?
Look, we just obviously need to take our time, go really easy on it when the fish is on the surface. We don't want to hurt the fish also, so we're just going to slowly guide it around to the stern of the vessel. Yep. And
here he is, we've got fish.
Here we go.
He's coming out, he's coming out. It looks Sambo. Big fish. Nice. Look at that. Whoa, that is a cracker, mate. Well done. Oh, I think you're right with your call. I think we could be touching 25 kilos of Samson fish. That is an absolute beast.
So the most important thing here is keeping this fish in as healthy condition as possible. So we're going to cover the eye. Sometimes we use a bit of a rag here. You want that water flowing right across the gills, nice and aerated, and it's going to keep that fish good as gold. So here we've got a proper tagging pole. We insert the tag into the pole. And we're just going to pick a spot right behind the dorsal fin here, and we're just going to go one nice, quick and firm jab in. So it's just over nice and quickly, and there's the tag sitting nice and pretty there along the back of the fish.
So if you ever catch a fish with a tag in it, read the phone number, contact the people, and let them know where, when, how, why, because it is so important for our fishery. Look at that for a Samson fish, also known as Sambo. When you're ready, the Sambo can go. Oh, look at him go. Kick, kick, kick. And straight down. Mate, that is the perfect release. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That is a big, big fish, and you're telling me they grow twice as big here, eh?
They do. They can get absolutely massive, Paul.
Absolutely crazy. I want to see another monster about as big as him.
There's lots of fireplaces and there's countless lavatories. A peaceful water feature that makes catering a breeze. Our home here in the outdoors is BCFing, BCFing fun. Hey!
Oh, I love catching fishies off the pea because I'm a tackle rat.
I've been with water snake electric motors for over 15 years. Seriously, unbelievable the places they've got me to and the fish they've helped me to find. Proudly Australian owned, but they have an incredible global reach, which is just sensational, taking the States by storm. Now, water snake does a range. It goes all the way from 18 pounds of thrust through to the big 80 pound like this guy here. So they'll suit little vessels like kayaks all the way through to big boats. The other thing I love about water snake, they don't just stand still. They're always on the cusp of new technology, looking for better ways to do things. I recently used the new Stealth. It is an amazing motor. And the Fierce 2, an absolute gem as well, they're both now available at your local BCF store. And people say, Paul, what do you have in the front of your boat? Well, I have this absolute beast, the Water Snake Geo Spot 80-pounder. It is an absolute truck. It comes in 2 shaft lengths to suit how far your boat is off the water, 66 and 72 inch. They're also compatible with lithium batteries. That's a massive plus, and they don't draw too many amps, which means you get longer run times. And how good is this? The whole thing is controlled by this easy-to-use remote. Hit the anchor mode, she sits in the one spot. Seriously, it just gets better and better by the minute. Get your local BCF store, check out the full range of water snake motors. They'll change your life and you'll catch more fish. To find your local BCF store, bcf.com.au or shop online. Interesting fact, Samson fish can attain a size around 60 centimetres in just 2 years, with the biggest ever recorded fish over 1.7 metres in length and 50 kilos in weight. This is crazy. These fish are coming in thick and fast, but I have to stop to talk to you about this setup. Look at the scuff marks on that jig there, absolutely smashed. All you gotta do, tie a jig on the end. Then about 1.5 metres of 80-pound mono. That is literally attached via a knot. Pick your knot, FG, PR, Melvlon Special, to your fins braid, and off you go. Slowly feathering the jig to the bottom. And it has been so amazing, this bite. Every single drop literally hit the bottom, couple lifts, bang, getting hit, bit, all sorts of stuff happening. And this bait jigging combo's actually worked really well. Sometimes if one person bait fishes, one person jigs, a lot of the fish will go to one or the other, but we've got a really even spread going on today. So nearly on the bottom, feeling my way through, and I'm there. So now
You can really tell when you get a good bite. Oh, that's big. That's another Samson,
you reckon?
fish. Yeah.
That's a big fish. That is, oh yeah. That is big.
Oh, don't you just love it when they grab it like that?
So, isn't it a great feeling?
And you feel that weight.
That thump. It's so good, that thump.
And again, the whole squid. Oh, you're on
I think
two.
I might be on 2. I'm not onto a sambo, but I'm onto something good on the jig. Different species, different techniques. I'll get my fish up and out of your way, mate. But this is just ridiculous. Like, how good is it, mate?
Oh, it doesn't, as far as fishing goes, you're not going to get much better, really.
Well, and you never thought you were going to be a charter boat operator. You're actually an electrician, mate.
I know, but it's funny where life takes you, and I think I ended up at the better end, mate.
I reckon you must be a real bright spark if you end up being a fishing charter operator. You reckon you still got a sambo?
If I do, he might be a slightly smaller one.
Well, you wouldn't complain about that because that last one nearly broke your back.
I wouldn't complain, no.
I've got a fish coming up under the boat here, and it's a beautiful nanny on a jig. So good. And I reckon if yours a nanny, mate, it's a big model. Look at this guy here. Oh, you don't want to become complacent on days like this, eh? It's very easy.
We've got something different, a big blue groper.
Oh, look, blue groper coming up. This is crazy. Nana guy, blue groper. It's going off tap. Another nanny, going back. Hasta la vista, baby. What an absolute beauty. That tail just goes tick, 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 and away he goes. Mate.
Here he is, Paul.
My nanny is gone. That is a special fish. I'm going to just try and grab him, eh? Do you reckon I can lift it?
Yep, I'm in freeze, Paul.
And go. Oh, holy moly. That is special, mate. That is super duper special. Now, Eastern or Western blue groper?
Western blue groper.
Western blue groper. How big do these things grow?
They get absolutely huge.
100 pounds?
Yeah, quite massive, yeah, that's about right. And this one here is a male.
Yep.
Because it's blue, we're transitioning to male.
So females aren't blue?
No, they're green. What happens is when the larger male, the big blue groper dies, the next largest female will turn blue and turn into a male.
I tell you what, I'm gonna have a blue because I'm green with envy. I can't believe you caught this amazing fish, mate. They are just so cool. Love crabs, love squid. They taste unbelievable, but this one's going back. How'd it pull?
Oh, like a train.
Absolutely, and how's the lips on it? Just had some very exciting news. The Marion Bay Tavern has agreed to cook some of these beautiful fish for us tonight. So, Freckle, gonna take some fillets off, maybe some whole fish. We're gonna have the best fish and chips known to man. I might even add some pepper sauce. I know it sounds weird, but it tastes great. How good is that? Talk about service with a smile. The boys wouldn't even let me clean the boat. They said the tavern's 300 metres that way. I need a cold drink. I'll see them there soon. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube for everything IFISHTV. And don't forget our website, ifish.com.au. Well, seriously, how good is this? I'm with Ryan and his beautiful wife, Nadine. We are about to enjoy the spoils of our labour. Nanny Guy 3 ways. Talk me through it, mate.
Look, we've got beautiful nanny guy from today. Fried, crumbed, grilled, it's all here, all beautiful food.
Do not forget the chips. Today, amazing. Seriously, South Australia, Marion Bay, reef encounters. Don't forget those words. Come here, enjoy it. It's as good as life gets. Love your work, mate.
Cheers, Paul.
And yours. This is seriously good. iFish with BCF is proudly brought to you by BCF, Boating, Camping, Fishing, Suzuki, the ultimate outboard, and Steel Line, building Australia in steel.